dying. This is actually perfect to prove my point about what I do for a living. Perfect. I'm getting text like, where is she? What is she doing? What's happening? Kathy says she'll be an hour late. Kathy, I was on time. I had some emergencies to attend to in the bathroom. I went to a seafood buffet. Do not eat a bunch of soft shell crabs, roast beef, and then sticky toffee pudding with ice cream. Oh, I'm about to puke. And I saw my older son eat like 3 pounds of roast beef. But see, that's the thing. Most people, they wouldn't have like 60 people waiting on them to get to work. See, then everybody's like, oh, this isn't work. Well, it feels like work. Yes, sir, Bobby, it sure does. Well, look, now everybody's trying to learn how to subscribe to YouTube. Yay. So I did a post today that I've been thinking about doing for a while. I'm Adrienne. I have Tales of an Educated Debutante. And for the last, so I've been doing this social media thing now for 8 years, I guess. And I started on Facebook so when I first started kind of sharing our story, it was not to make money. The reason I did it is because I was absolutely terrified and drowning in fear of what was going to happen with my youngest son, whose path was clearly different, and I was just scared. So I started doing that, and then I really liked it and was like, wow, I'm kind of good at this. So then I would like submit articles to, I don't know what it was called. Like Disney had a blog called Babel, or you might do Scary Mommy or Romper, and you would get like $25 or maybe $50, sometimes $75 to write a story. And it was a really big deal. And the reason I tell you that, it was for a couple reasons. One, of how everything started, but two, to just say it was a big deal to make, a couple $100s a month on, I hadn't worked in 10 years. And so where I am today, I'm still working, and people just like me and where I was then and people that are way ahead of me, there are people that have been making $300 a month for years, and now they're making nothing. And it's a big deal for them, right? And I think there's this problem because I make too much money and grew up in a family that was upper middle class, and that like annoys people that somehow I make money and then complain that I'm not getting paid. But it's just because I think if you work, you should get paid. So all these content creators, some of whom might make 50 million a month and some might make $50 a month, they're still doing the same work. But for some reason, Mark Zuckerberg has just decided he's not going to pay anybody anymore. And I don't know how he's getting away with it. Honest to goodness, I don't know how he's getting away with it. And there are, people out there that will say, like, well, you should have known that was not forever. But when you go with me here, when you have a platform, so my platform started at 0, now it's at 357,000. So what typically happens is, as you get a larger platform, you make more money. You get paid more for influencing. And if you have a video and it has ads on it, the more people that watch the video, the more money you make. So a video that had, let's say, a year ago, 50,000 views would make $400, right? Well, now, even since last month, a video that has 50,000 views, I've had some videos make 10 cents. 10 cents. So a lot of my critics are like, well, I mean, but you make money other ways. It shouldn't matter. But it's a big deal. You should make 10 cents because in truth, if you keep building up a platform, you'll keep making more, right? Because the more views, the more money. Go on out. I thought you were crying. Leave those socks. No, ma'am, you're not taking my sock. So it actually doesn't, and it doesn't have anything to do with our president. It started a year ago. So we didn't have a new president a year ago. This has nothing to do with Trump or Biden or anybody else. This has to do with Zuckerberg, who is unwilling to be transparent with his content creators. YouTube has not changed a bit. So if you do a YouTube video and it has 10,000 views, it makes $100, which is what Facebook used to pay, but YouTube has not changed. So now you do a 50,000 view video on Facebook and it makes $1. So what my friend Kate Swinson says is what's interesting is the ads are still there. So Zuckerberg has just decided, I'm not going to pay anybody anymore for the ads. And I just don't know how that's legal. But you know what? F him. That's why I'm on YouTube. I'm done. I'm not doing videos on Facebook anymore. I'm not going to make a video and make literally, I made a half of cent. Did you know it was possible to make a half a cent in this day and age? It is. And the only thing, and you know, most of you, nobody cares. Everybody's like, oh, wow, wow, wow. Mr. Beast makes a gazillion dollars. Most of us don't make a gazillion dollars. Most of us, you know, are just working hard, just like everybody else is doing. And we've managed to find something that makes us money. That's participant mode. I got to cut out all these basement dwellers that seem to really find me. I don't know why it is. Why do they show up in here? And everybody, people work hard. But if you told me I've been working construction for 30 years and I go on the side of the road and every day they come by and pay me, and one day they just said, you're not getting paid anymore, you would be like, well, I'm out. And so that's what I'm doing. Facebook has faced numerous lawsuits, one settled for $725 million. Yeah, they've got a problem. There's a problem. So you have, and I've only been making money like that for a couple years, but there are people. I have one friend, and her husband quit his job. They've made money for 10 years on Facebook. They bought a house. They've had to sell their house. They've had to start a whole new career. And I don't think that's fair. You know, I think it's wrong. So now I find myself at 50 starting a new platform. And I'm over on YouTube where I am right now, and I'm hustling. I don't even have 14,000 followers yet. But boy, I'm hustling, and I can hustle because YouTube has never changed. And maybe I should have started YouTube from the get-go. But I want to still work. I need to still work. And, you know, don't think that everything you see on the outside is everything happening on the inside, you know? You might think, well, she's got a beach condominium that, you know, my parents gave us, which is great. And we didn't rent it this summer. We rented it the last few summers. Do we need to rent it again? Probably. You know, we have several cars because we have teenagers. Do we need to have cars? Do we need to have, you know, do we need to cut our expenses? Yeah. Yeah, we do. I probably already should. You know, or I am cutting them. Wouldn't put all my eggs in one basket. I think YouTube is pretty consistent. I think Facebook, I think Zuckerberg's obsession with the metaverse and AI is weird. Yeah, yeah. So I'm done. over there. I mean, so one thing I've done that's made my life better, and a lot of people haven't. So a lot of people have made, 25, 30,000 a month on ad revenue for 10 years. And now they're making $1,000 a month. So if you've made 300,000 a year for 10 years, you've probably lived a lifestyle just like a banker or a obstetrician or a whoever, CFO of Kodak. And now you don't make the money anymore. So you're having to like pivot and say, okay, I think some people think, well, they should have known that wasn't a real job. Mr. Beast is a billionaire, the only billionaire on the planet that is a self made billionaire. Should Mr. Beast operate it with some sort of knowledge where you're saying to him, your everything could go away tomorrow? No, it's a real job. It might not seem real to you, but Mr. Beast is a billionaire and he's a content creator. It's not that flaky, you know? It's not that flaky. And I think we're all saying we're all still working, we're all doing the same thing. It would just be nice to get a teensy bit of honesty. Like if Zuckerberg said, you know what, I'm not, well, he's deleted all live videos are done. There are no more live videos. They're getting all deleted after 30 days. I have thousands and thousands of hours of video. It's all done. I think I stretched mine out till August and it'll be done. So why wouldn't you say, I'm deleting all live video because I'm getting out of video. And in 1 year, we're not going to have subscribers anymore on Facebook. So I fortunately have people pay for content, but a lot of people don't. They've been making 25,000 a month on ad revenue, not doing subscribers, and now they make nothing, you know? So there's that. Rita wants to be a member. It's really worrying her. I love having supporter chats on Facebook, but I'm going to switch to YouTube. Yes. He's taking Facebook in a different direction. Exactly. And that's exactly what he's doing. And fine, it's his business. Do whatever you want. But it would just be nice to tell the people that have made him money what he's doing. And the other thing I think that would be nice is that to be a human. Like he's still making all the money. He's just decided he's not going to pay the workers. And I don't know how he gets away with it. I mean, it's the damnedest thing. It's like you say to everybody, come spend the summer on Nantucket with me. And you're going to love it in Nantucket. It's wonderful. Everything, I'm going to pay you. You're going to love it. You're going to get here. It's a great place. And you get over there. And then it's like that island where people went to hear the bands and then they were in tents with bad food. The bait and switch. Then they get over there and there's nothing. And you're trapped because you're in Nantucket for the summer. You've already gotten over there. You bought your ticket. You've rented a place to stay. You've done all the things. And now you're stuck. And that's how most of us feel on Facebook. So this new thing, and I'm ranting, the lying. So not only just to say, well, we're doing a new content creation program, you're really going to like it. To lie. 80% of content creators say they're making more money now. That is a lie. Lie, liar, pants on fire. Liar. Lies. $82 on ad revenue for a whole month. Some people have been making $50,000 a month, and they're now making $36 within a year. How do influencers make money on Instagram? I have no idea. I've never really made any money on Instagram. Um, I did have a summer and like spring bonus. So if you had a reel do really well, you couldn't have music to it. Like I think maybe one time I made $1,000 on a reel. So, I mean, a little bit of money, not enough to like never money that you would count on. Like this money, like I have on Facebook. I mean, Facebook money, I've been like, we're going to buy a house and rent it out to people. Like we bought a house as an investment property, which was an investment, but we did that because of extra money I was making on Facebook. Or we redid a rental condominium we have in Raleigh. You know, we're trying to be smart with money. But anyway, we didn't count on all that stuff. So people are like, oh, I'm sick of her talking about it. Well, I'm sick of talking about it too. I wouldn't be talking about it if it was a year ago and I just minded my own business and did everything the way I always did it. So my goal is to build up YouTube. I don't even have 14,000 followers on YouTube, but I'm doing okay over there. I've got almost 1,000 paying members. Do you know how TikTok pays its influencers? No, but I think I'm too old for the TikTok. Do you think you'll do Substack? No. Substack is written content, paying for written content. I just, that's not really my jive. I don't want to take on more. Right now, I'm really committed to my Facebook subscribers and my YouTube members. So, what I try to do is try to get my Facebook people to move over to YouTube. And when I hit a certain threshold over at YouTube, well, I'm hoping I hit a threshold soon or in the next few months. And I'm trying to give my Facebook subscribers time to move over because a lot of people are really scared of YouTube. I don't know why. Substack is video too. I just can't take on another platform, you know? Your friend on Instagram makes everything through Amazon links. Yes, 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 Rachel. I've seen people do that. But the tricky part with that is if you're pushing items, you have a hard time getting influencing. Like different, I do some influencing for a, a group, and I do a lot of medical campaigns, and like the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, the CDC, MedIQ, and those folks really watch carefully to see what other content you put up. So if I was linking Target all the time, they would be less interested in me, you know? Do YouTube free subscriber videos make different amount than paid members? Yes, free videos like this one will make more in ad revenue because more people will see it. So I only have 1,000 paid members on YouTube, so less will see it. Linda said, I can't pull your page up at all on Facebook. Oh, shoot. Well, you need to just join up on YouTube, Linda. So anyway, it's tricky. And I think for Kate Swinson and I are like, this is like big news. Like, do you remember last year Kate was saying when the company Beachbody just one day disappeared, no more Beachbody. And there were people that like this was their whole life. They were invested in Beachbody. I knew a young mom who was doing Beachbody and she was doing great. And then just one day the whole thing just poof disappears. And it's like, you know, you owe it to people that are part of your what you're doing to be honest with them. You know? I think. But anyway, it's it's not ideal. It's not ideal. And anyway, I think before you think, well, it's, you know, it's this, and I know there are people that think you have over 300,000 viewers on Facebook, but only 1% have moved to YouTube. I have 14,000 followers on YouTube and 357,000 on Facebook. And I, members, I have like 3,400 Facebook subscribers, paid subscribers, and 1,000 YouTube members. So, yeah. Yeah, you miss my chats with Kate and Carrie. I know I do too. Carrie can't do Facebook videos, and YouTube only allows 2 people to do a video together. Kate has been saying we need to, and we just haven't. So there's that. But yeah, this is not a, it's not like when you're in college and you're getting a job and you're thinking, what am I going to do? You're not like, oh, I think that I think I'll be a videographer. But I like it. Everything on Facebook subscribers is on YouTube. Yes. And honestly, more now, Amy, because the big videos like this, I'm only doing on YouTube. I just refuse to put up a video on Facebook and have Mark Zuckerberg get paid $500 in ads for my video and me get $1. I'm just not going to do it. Like on YouTube, it tells you I make $20. Well, I make $20.81 view per minute. Like YouTube is very transparent about how you get paid. Facebook is not. You obviously, and I should have known that because before I'd be like, how do you make, you never know. You're just always guessing. Do you still get your subscriber money? Well, so Heather, I get paid usually on the 22nd, but Kate, I think it was Kate telling me a few people have said that Facebook now is like, oh, you're not getting paid till next month. So there's that. So when I do paid coffee chats, I do them for YouTube members and Facebook subscribers at the same time. I have 2 phones. So there's that. You've helped a lot of people not feel so alone. I know it seems odd to some people, like, what's happening over there? But I really enjoyed this bizarre career. I mean, in the mornings, I get my cup of coffee, I visit with my neighbor, and I microwave my coffee, and I sit down for 30, 35 minutes with my subscribers. And sometimes we have a topic, and sometimes we don't. And we just shoot the shit, and we talk. And we talk about hard things, easy things. It's just what we do. And I love it. And I love my people. I've had people to Edenton 1, 2, 3 times. I've had subscriber weekends. And then I've had, what in the world? And then I've had, put user and timeout forever. Okay. And then I've had a cruise. I'm getting ready to do another cruise in January. So it's really a pretty cool place, We tried to use StreamYard a week ago, and it wouldn't work either. So there's that. Why do people have a wrench next to their name? Well, the reason they do is because I let them be moderators. They're able to throw out the dungeon dwellers. Wish I could subscribe again, but I'm living penny on penny. Oh, I get it, Becky. Becky, you can subscribe to YouTube. Subscribing to YouTube is totally free. It's just you pay to be a member. But this video you're watching right now, you have to be a subscriber to comment. Lisa would like to be a moderator. Oh, okay. You missed late Sunday. Oh, guess what I found? Oh, you're in luck, Katie. Look what I found when I was doing my big clean outs. Here, let me see if I can find it. Got some Legos in here. Doggone it. Where is the darn thing? Shoot. Hold on. This is my new bed. This is Amos's bed. Yes, we have an extra bed because we have a 11-year-old. This is my favorite visor. I found my 2 favorite hats. My friends at Pizza Hut gave me this visor. And then this here. My coonskin cap is back in office. Just found it. It was in a bag. I gotta get it on right. This hat has been around for a long, long time. Honor wants my hat, and you're not gonna get it. So this hat is really a good one. I got this at this gas station. It's a real coon. I got this at the gas station right before you get on 95, and they're very difficult to find. When I was in Austin, Texas, this cowboy boot place had a coon on the wall, and I was like, is that a hat? The person was like, I don't know. I was like, oh, I really like this. My hat. Anyway. But, you know, maybe this in my future. Maybe I'll be doing something else. But I can't think of anything else right now that I could do other than write a book. Ugh, ugh, ugh. My videos, though, really only do well if my teenagers are in them. And I can tell you that my teenagers really don't like to be in videos. Well, my oldest son does, OnlyFans. I mean, I don't think I can make any money on OnlyFans. I think people would like pay me not to be on OnlyFans. You could substitute teach. Well, not in the summer. I can't. Ugh, that sounds bad too. I gotta let the dog out. No, I mean, this is bad times. Hang on. Amos walks around. My autistic person is highly against lights. So he basically closes all the doors and turns off all the lights. It is so freaking annoying. All that work to get your Facebook page back. I know, right? God, it's so dark in here. The dog out. You had 7 pieces of prime rib?
Maybe 6.
Ugh. What are you eating? Ugh. It's frozen. Oh my gosh. That's because there's no internet in this house.
What?
I don't have any internet. Now, I hadn't given Amos his darn medicine. Could fix this rug. There's a lot of problems in here. Anyway, it's not frozen now. That's because I'm sitting on the modem. I can't even do a darn video. Like, it's 2025, and I'm unable to do a video anywhere in the house except in my bed on top of the modem. I mean, annoying. You have internet. It was just when you were outside. Well, Adrian Putin is going to try to figure this out. But just know that this isn't like whining, you know, because it's not whining. It's just that there are millions of people that have been making a little bit of money on Facebook, maybe $100 a month, maybe $100,000 a month. And suddenly Zuckerberg's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to pay you anymore. And nobody can. It just feels insane. People are jealous of influencers more than anything else because they think they could have done it. Well, that's the truth. It's usually an older woman with blonde hair with a dog or a cat who is like, you suck because I'm as smart as you are. And I should have thought of this first. Damn it. I have to give Amos his medicine. Yeah, I'm about to. And next week will be some fun videos. I have Nurse Gina coming for some coffee chats. And then I have a haircut with Lori on Monday. And that is fun. Order updated equipment. Well, we have fiber optic cable. I don't know how else I can get, what else I can do other than like turn into a robot myself. Anyway, carry on, people. Coffee chatters, see you in the morning. If you have not subscribed to YouTube, please do. It is free. If you want to become a member, it's fun. Goodbye.